So we've just come off the back of Eric Schmidt's keynote at MWC. I think, whilst this is normally the highlight of the show, and certainly was last year, I think it really failed to have the impact of 2010. But nonetheless, Android is absolutely the theme of the show. It is dominating in terms of number of devices, talk, and really in terms of the whole ecosystem. Obviously very, very prominent up in App Planet, and prominent in terms of the chipset suppliers and a whole host of partners. But I think what's really interesting at the show this year is that whilst the buzz inevitably is about the really high-end tablets and devices with the Galaxy S2 and Optimus 3D, etc. Now, the really interesting point at this show is what's happening at the low end, and we're seeing some really, really aggressively priced products moving down into the sub $100 space. Notably Alcatel at this show, very, very broad lineup of products, aggressively targeting the prepay space, particularly in Europe, and a 2G device in particular, which is certainly a first on Android. But the big question now is, can Android continue to scale from those sub $100 price points right up to $400 plus in some cases? And I think it's very, very questionable. If they continue to cater to the low end of the market, they are potentially sacrificing experience at the top end in terms of what they can deliver, and taking advantage of aspects such as processing power, dual, even quad-core processors, and hardware acceleration, etc. So our expectation is that by the time we get to MWC 2012, we'll see two distinct platforms from Google. We will see a low-end variant, and we will see a mid to high-tier variant, because expecting developers to be able to scale applications, and even for hardware manufacturers themselves to deliver UI implementations that can go from one end of the scale to the other, is going to prove very, very difficult.